This is a bonus vlog from episode 9, My Spiritual Beliefs, and this one is going to be called My Dark Side. And so, to start, I did put the poll as whether or not you guys want to know what I would join if I was to. And plot twist, I'm a Capricorn. We don't join cults or follow, we lead them and create them.
A Capricorn is always gonna lead you, whether it's to heaven or to hell. You now have a choice to make before that train starts moving. Because once you're on it, it's hard to get off.
So, long story short, I would not, but I do have a lot to say about, some things that I may be a little obsessed with. And that includes certain artists and bands, one of them being Ice Nine Kills, which is my favorite band. I am completely obsessed with them. I literally been wanting to get a tattoo of their band name symbol.
Your freak flags fly, we're all messed up inside, and forced to act like everything's alright.
If that's not crazy, I don't know what is, because I've never ever felt that way about any artist before, other than when I was younger. I had Timberlake on the back of my volleyball shirt for Justin and NSYNC, but I would never in my life get a tattoo of any of that. And so I kind of just want to talk about how maybe even concerts, idolizing and worshiping musical artists can be seen as cult-like as well. And it's mostly because, the way that they present themselves, the practices on while they're performing, and just how most people do idolize and worship them. Band and 2 artists that I am completely obsessed with and maybe do idolize and worship to a certain extent. But if they told me to drink the Kool-Aid, I ain't drinking no motherfucking Kool-Aid unless I made that shit. Just my kind of trait, right? So I feel like everybody that does fall into, getting into cults or other things of that sort are maybe those that are easily manipulated. And if you guys know me, you guys know I definitely am not. I don't trust anything or anyone, no matter who or what it is. And so I'm gonna be questioning every fucking move.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But I do love Beyonce. I'm completely obsessed with her. I joked about going to her concert because I did go to her concert in Vegas, and I was wearing this black headband that really fucked up my forehead. And I don't think you guys can see it because it's very light now, but I have a dark spot right here on my forehead that I got from that headband. And so I was joking. I like to joke about these kind of things. So that's what you guys are gonna find out throughout this whole little vlog that I'm doing, is I kind of just joke and make light of these things, even though some people may take them very seriously. But I said, I'm a Bay cult now. I'm part of the Beehive. She gave me the mark. And people are like, oh no, oh my God. And so I joked about that. I am completely obsessed with Doja, especially after this new album, especially after seeing her performances at Coachella. People like to say that she sold her soul and performs, satanic-like and all that stuff. I don't give a fuck. It's completely entertaining to me.
Come on, demons! Yeah, my pocket's full! Come on, demons! Yeah, you bitches shook!
I love some visionary things that keep my eyes visually stimulated. And so she definitely does that for me. She doesn't talk a lot when she performs. She sticks to the business. And I'm all about that, if you know me too. And I feel like we even refer to certain films, they call them cult classics. So just based off that title alone should tell you enough, right? And one of them, probably the biggest one of them all, is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. People go fucking nuts for that shit, which is cool. I understand it. It's an awesome flick, but to the point of dressing up and singing and dancing and getting all crazy is a little too much for me. favorite cult classic, if you will, is Pulp Fiction. They consider that a cult classic. I'm obsessed with that. You guys know Mia Wallace for Halloween even. I feel like anything, if given the right context, could be considered cult-like, right? And when I took my son to the Weeknd concert this summer, that was very sketchy and cult-like. Coming out in robe, lighting, the statues, the laser eyes, like all the theatrics of it. If you guys been to a Weeknd concert, you guys know. Like it was, that one probably was the only one that I was like honestly questioned and was a little concerned about. Like I was joking with my son and I was like, don't look in the statue's eyes. Don't look at them. They're stealing our souls. And so, like, I like to make light of things. I like to fuck around. I like to joke. You guys know that's who I am. And so even when it comes to reflecting my dark side, if you will, I don't know if you guys watched my first season, probably Bad Bitch and maybe a few others. I slightly referenced that men like to call me Diabla, a man-eater, a soul snatcher, a soul sucker, everything of the sort, a vampire even, because they don't believe that I'm 40 and I still look this good. And so I like to joke. It would started as a joke, like, oh, well, you know why I look this good is because every time we hook up, I steal your youth and snatch your soul. And they're like, that's not funny. And they completely believed it. They all started rumors about it within each other. And it kind of escalated. Some of them obviously wanted to fuck around and find out, which they did. And then even after, they were like, I never felt like this after. I feel like it takes 3 days for me to recover. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Until I witnessed it. I was like, oh, fuck, maybe this shit's real. And my sister and my friend believe in manifestation, speaking words into existence. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe I am to a certain extent. One even called me and asked for their soul back. And I was like joking back, like, oh, sorry, honey. It's not in my hands anymore. It's in the hands of the devil now. We made a deal, remember? So sorry. So like I like to joke that I'm not satanic. I do not, do practice satanic worship, anything of that sort. But I do like to joke that I was Lilith in a previous life.
Before Eve, there was Lilith, the first woman, the first to defy. She would not bow. She would not submit. And for that, she was cast out. But she did not fall. She rose. From the ashes of exile, she became something far greater than mortal. The goddess of the night, the mother of demons, the devourer of the weak. They call her seductress, temptress, destroyer. But she is more. She is vengeance wrapped in beauty, chaos draped in silk. She does not ask for worship. She demands it. Bow or burn.
And that I'm a succubus and that's what I'm here to do is ruin lives and snatch souls. And that when I do go to hell, just joking, I really don't want to go to hell. I don't think anybody does. I told you, I don't even know if I believe in it, first of all. But I joke to say, if I was to go to hell, I'm taking over that motherfucking throne. I'm like, Lucifer, move over. Mama's home. It's time for me to take over now.
I know there's a special place in hell for me. It's called a throne.
So I love to joke like that because I think it's just so entertaining and funny to watch people's faces like completely change. I guess I have some kind of wild, sick, fucked up humor, but like that's who I am and it makes me entertained. So I mean, sorry, not sorry. This is unapologetic, right? I'm not sorry for being that person. And I also like to joke in a dark way too, that if I didn't have a son, I would be a serial killer. Don't tell anybody about that. So I'm already putting it out there, right? So we might as well talk about it. So I even to the point where I even know what weapon I'm going to use, what song's going to be playing while it's the sacrifice is being performed, what I'm gonna collect, what my name's gonna be, and who I'm going to target. And I might think if I should tell you guys that now. I mean, we are talking about my dark side, so why not? You know, Dexter likes to refer to it as his dark passenger. And so if I had a dark passenger,
Dark passenger. And when he's driving, I feel alive.
then she would obviously be called praying mantis. She would target only misogynistic or sex offenders that are men, obviously. And so she'd be like Dexter, she'd be revenge killer, right? And then I would love to literally rip their hearts out. And so I would use like to extract the heart out of the chest.
I just have a quick question for y'all. Do you still need that heart? I have a heart extractor.
And I would save it in a jar and have my little whole collection of all these horrible men's hearts and maybe feed off them, you know, do a little Jennifer's Body type shit.
No way.
I need you frightened. I need you hopeless.
And the song that I would play during that process would be Crazy from Patsy Cline.
I am crazy, crazy for feeling so.
So yeah, I'm weird, I'm crazy, I'm a psycho maybe. I like to joke and talk about these kinds of things. And that's my people, my tribe, they're weirdos like me. They participate, they talk back, they tell me what they would like and what they would do. And so those are my people. So what I also question too is like, is a coven also a cult? I feel like those are very close and one of the same as well, but I feel like, I don't know, do covens have leaders? Or are they all equal? I don't know.
There's a fine line between a
and
cult
community.
and a coven. There's a fine line between
line.
cults
Because that's
and
what they use
community.
against you.
But one of the shows that I have been watching that has made me curious about them is Interview with the Vampire, the actual show, not the movie. The movie's amazing. To me, that's a cult classic too. But the actual show, and it's like the Coven of Vampires have their own stage where they perform their own theater, and they actually sacrifice people on stage, and people don't even know because they think it's part of the show.
My name.
This is the name of the show.
So I thought that was pretty fucking wild because I feel like that's actually pretty fucking possible. Especially if you guys ever been to Ice Nine Kills show. Like, that's why I love them. I'm obsessed with them. They are, I would call a horror band because they incorporate horror part while they're performing. Like, they do all the horror classic, cult classic films while they're on stage, even maybe do a little performing theatrical art type shit, like pretending to kill people and slash people on stage. But I'm like, they could probably really do that and we wouldn't even fucking know. Interview with the Vampire type shit. So, you know, all this shit is crazy. All of it is sketchy. All of it is questionable. And I just think it's very entertaining. I think it's very interesting. You can maybe even chalk it down as some kind of conspiracy theory, but it does intrigue me. I will tell you that. But like you guys know, I'm gonna run shit. I ain't following nobody. So that's all I have to say about any of that.